We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport. Welcome to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We've got a great show for you today. We've got Ben Taylor coming into the studio, and we're going to talk all about Teranova and everything else going on. But first, we're going to check in with Horse Trailer Pros. Want to advertise on the John and Rick Show? Contact John at 352-875-8622.
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are in the Jump for Joy studios, John. This is episode 22, season 5.
It's amazing it's been that long.
Close to Thanksgiving.
It is. It's actually
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
So if you're listening or watching, happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble.
What are you doing?
We're having, I think, 17 people over.
We have 22.
Always, I meant 23. We're having 23.
I wish we were having 17.
Yeah. I still like the idea of like just all 5 turkeys in one place.
Are you doing 5?
No, I'm doing 2. You said you were doing 3 because
Oh,
I said
all 5 in one
because
place.
I said I was doing 2. You then said you were doing 3.
3 and a ham.
And a ham. Oh, we're doing a ham as well.
We have gumbo tonight.
I know. I'm excited for the gumbo. It's going to be awesome.
Briggs' dad's in the audience, and so is his Uncle Phil and Aunt Jeanette.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
they're
awesome.
watching us.
We got a whole studio audience. We expect applause. There we go. All right. Well done.
Thank you.
The crowd goes wild. So I think the big event locally that we should talk about is
Right.
Teranova, right?
Definitely.
So what did you think?
Teranova, it's really coming along because I think this is its 4th year?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Fourth
But
or
I
fifth.
mean, the grounds look really beautiful. We had actually Aunt Jeanette and Uncle Phil come down with us. Facility looks terrific. I think the cross country with Alec is really starting to come into itself a bit. They've added some things in the back. I still think it's a bit twisty-turny, but there's not much more you can do with it for the cross country.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the big thing with this particular track was how he went out and then looped right past the warm-up again, and then there was the coffin, right? Like that was the big question on the course.
6A, B, C, yeah.
And it was right next to the warm-up. It was probably a bit, I think the takeoff and landing mounds were built up a bit too high. And I think that coupled with it being next to the warm-up was probably just a bit much. But I think
it was 6AB. And so everybody listening, the coffin actually was a proper coffin for both the 3-star and the 4-star. And the 4-star was even more steep and more challenging. And I think
but then they swapped it out.
Through the meetings, they decided they're going to move it just to the 3-star and make the 3-star a larger jump in with the rail. And they're all frangible. It's interesting to know that the 4-star long had more trouble than the 3-star long.
Yeah, I was wondering because I actually didn't walk both of those courses. So how different was the track before that?
Do you mean what number was the coffin?
Well, I mean, like, what did they have for setup? Was it basically the same questions?
It's probably a good question. It was basically the same.
Okay. Yeah. So, but like, was there a question before the coffin
that would build
that
them
was
up?
Different, that would prepare them for it?
It was the oxer to
the oxer, brush oxer on the mound down to the skinny, and that's what the intermediate had. The 3-star
the same
had,
thing. Yeah.
And the advanced had the same thing.
Except the intermediate went straight to the coffin. The 4-star long had a table before the coffin.
Right. Okay. So it's interesting. You would think the table before the coffin would help.
But it was interesting because it seems the three they had trouble both in and out, and some with the ditch, but it seems the three had more trouble with the out.
Right.
And the four have more trouble with the in. And I don't know if it's because the rail was taller and something happened there. I don't know. It just seemed interesting to watch.
Don't you think the other thing, though, is once you get in your head as a rider that it's not going to ride, something like that, then you come in a little strong, kind of punching into it, and that's not going to help either. Because really, you've got to have a horse in that situation that's reading the question, that's in front of the leg, but doesn't feel like you're over pressuring it and running it into that upright rail.
Agree. And it was a blind. It was definitely a blind coffin. So
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to ride into that on my intermediate horse and been like, oh, I'm just going to trust you're going to jump this.
Right.
But that's kind of the ride it required.
Yeah, definitely. And the rest of the course, I think there were some problems scattered out throughout it. You had the too long. How was the too long track?
It was nice. It was good. It was educational for the horses. You rode everything. You rode forward. The intermediate horse trial course was the same.
On the fun horse that we love.
Yeah, Zelda. But it was just. I think Alec has done a great job. I know the coffin probably needs to be reworked a little bit.
I kind of liked it, but
I just think the mounds need to be lowered and maybe needs to have the lead up into it a different place or move the warm up to a different place.
Maybe.
And then I think it would ride a little better.
Right.
But I think in general he's done a great job, and it is like you want cross country to be the most influential part, and it was.
Which we can get into, but we'll also mention Briggs and Couture.
Yeah.
On the pony
fourth,
in the
is that right?
short.
Fourth?
Yeah, finished fourth, and very proud of him and that pony. They spent the whole since Kentucky really revamping a lot of things and just working hard on the dressage, the show jump. You watched that little mare show jump.
So good.
Yeah. I mean, she had some unfortunate rails, but I think she was they're almost there.
Yeah.
And the dressage, the same thing. Today we were out trail riding in Sinead.
You trail ride?
Sinead out there. We were trail riding.
Trail riding.
She hates trail riding.
You've got to go hacking. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big,
So she was
I'm a
coming
big
back
fan.
and she was jigging a little bit. And I said, you know what? Why don't you use that jig to start promoting a little pee off,
Right.
passage, right? He started to do that. She started to pee off a little bit. I said, you're going to be able to passage her. That will give him the cadence that he needs in the trot. I've worked to make the judges even think a little bit more. He has to be super accurate.
Yeah.
He has to make sure that her neck's long.
Yeah.
And he just needs to nail it. And she scored a 39, which is I think she scored a 38 before was her best. Like
Right.
we're getting there.
Yep.
But yeah, she walked around the cross country.
Well, but it's like I said to one of my people on the weekend, I said, because they were coming on like a 36, 37, and they were disappointed. I said, you know what? If you can finish on that
36,
score,
37?
you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So that's all it takes. And she is, like, Hottie is so close in the show jumping to being able to jump a clear round. Like, that was a great round where you're like, oh, I can't believe that, because she jumped awesome. And,
Right.
and the thing is, she now looks like a horse jumping around as opposed to a pony.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
So it was really cool to see.
Yeah. It was.
I was proud of you, Briggs. Well done.
Thanks.
And I was proud of you. I really like your string coming up. So that was good.
Yeah.
And there's the winner. We got to mention the winner of the 4 long. Which
Yes.
is really exciting.
Who will be coming on soon?
That's good.
Yes, I got to talk to her today.
Cornelia and Jacob Fletcher, newly married like a year ago, and a baby now, a Sparrow.
Yes.
A beautiful little girl. It was fun to watch Jacob at the show being Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom, yeah.
And Cornelia on Daytona Beach.
That thing is unreal.
Daytona Beach. Is it Daytona Beach or
Yes.
Daytona 8?
No, I think it's Daytona Beach.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you have me confused, but I'm pretty sure it's Daytona Beach.
8,
8? Okay.
something like that.
Anyway, she looked amazing. All I saw was her galloping past the barn. She jumped one jump, galloped off, jumped another. Then I saw the combination in the distance, and I was like, it's just cross country alone. That horse is in a class of its own.
No,
It is.
it definitely is.
You didn't even hear it touching the ground. She just.
Yeah,
away
and
she
her
goes.
show jumps the same place. I think she probably had one of her better dressages here.
Yeah.
I mean, she scores 35 34 to 38.
Yeah, she's tough on the flat
Yeah.
for sure. But
Yeah.
again, didn't matter
No.
because you finish on that.
She
and
finished. She made
laughing.
time, so it was very good. Overall, Teranova really, I think, and I don't mean this as a criticism, but it will sound like one.
Perfect. I'm used to it.
They need to get better, and this is not just Teranova. This is a lot of places, and we've talked about it. And it's not I do commentary, you do commentary. We listen to Lucinda Green. We've been watching all the old badmintons and the great. Who's the great announcer? I mean, commentator that we love.
Oh, Mike Tucker and the ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Tucker was unreal.
We've got to get better commentating.
Yeah.
We've got to get better at it. We're a sport. You know, it's not just about the sponsored jump coming up or the sponsored jump, but
Yeah, it's got to be a show.
it's got to be good. It's got to be like football. It's got to be like baseball. We got to really start doing better with commentary. And I love the people that are out there and doing it, but my thing is they don't do it good enough.
It's like
Sinead is an exception. So is
there are a bunch of very good people, and then
Yes.
there's some that need some practice.
Right.
Like Tom Brady, for example. He needs a lot of practice at commentary. He's terrible.
Tom Brady.
Oh my God, so bad, so bad. He did the Packer game
Did
yesterday.
he? Well,
It was
look, he
terrible.
might be a good football player. That doesn't
He's
mean
the
he'll be
greatest
able
of
to
all
do-
time, but
Yeah.
oof.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But don't you agree? Come on, you called me though.
Yeah, no, I
Don't
agree.
let me be in this boat alone.
No, I agree with you.
Because this is important.
Yes.
We need to understand. One thing that we said that they didn't even say, which is huge for the USEF, that they've offered to us, is the U.S. Equestrian Eventing Open,
Yep,
right?
it's a big deal.
And
it is a
that
really cool
was
series.
one of the qualifiers.
Yep.
Never.
Yeah, they didn't make near as big a deal
The only
out of it.
people that really covered it was Eventing Nation that talked about it. I was able to look at it, but everybody out there, the USEF has the U.S. Open Eventing Championships, which accumulates in points, which first, second, and third of these qualifiers through September of 2025, the highest point retainer gets $25,000. Second place gets
Hold on. So of the series,
of the series
so
25,000.
right,
Then it goes 15,000 to second,
right,
10,000 to third.
okay,
Then these people, of course, if you ride in the qualifier and get an MER, any one of them, you're qualified to do the $200,000 final.
right.
So that money that was first, second, and third is separate from the $200,000 that's offered at the final at Morven Forlong.
So I got a question for you. What about? So you have to be, and I should know this, but I'm just trying to make sure I got this right. So you have to qualify off of one of those competitions to go to the final. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't we figure out a way to make it that if the Europeans wanted to come over and ride it,
There is a way.
So how do they do that?
Pay $5,000 and they can enter it. That $5,000 goes directly into the purse.
Oh, really? Sweet. Come on over, guys.
Yes, there is a walk-on.
Okay.
The walk-on fee is $5,000.
And that's for anybody?
Anybody.
Okay.
The walk-on fee is, of course, you have to be a qualified four-star horse.
Yeah, you have to be
Right.
qualified to enter the
But
class.
you can pay $5,000, and what it says in the training guide. Look, everybody, go out there. Eventing Nation. They did one for Teranova. They did one for Chat Hills, but they do this whole book.
Yeah, it was great. You were posting that stuff all
It
over
was
the place.
amazing what they did. In fact,
I have to say though, you post it on your stuff. You don't post it on the John and Rick Show social media. We
I
have to
know I
work on that.
should do that, but I need better guidance for that. I do need to do that more
Well,
often.
I'll try.
So one of the statistics that they do is they take the field, right? They make a book for each qualifier.
Yes.
They take the field and they give all their equa ratings,
Yep.
does their statistics. Well, Hadi Couture
Yep.
was the best in the field. It's a small field. It was 10.
Whatever.
But it had Azure and Philip's other horse. What was the other one? Azure and
Philip's other horse.
and some others. But Hadi had 9 consecutive FEI runs.
I thought it was
with
awesome.
0 cross-country penalties.
Yeah.
And then on the force short, now she's 5 for 5.
I was going to say that's 5. You were saying 4.
Now, on the 4 now it's 5 with that one. But anyway, so the U.S. Open Eventing Championships need to be talked about more. I
Yes.
think the USEA needs to talk about it more. I don't know why they're not. I think it's really beneficial for all of us, and I think with our sport needing an uplift and
Well, we are doing it right now.
yeah, I know we are.
Yeah. So who's leading? How do we find that out?
Philip Dutton's leading with 75.
Okay.
75 points because you get points. Briggs is in.
So we've had 3 events so far.
We've had 3.
We had
And I
Morven,
think you've had
Chat Hills,
and then
Teranova.
Teranova.
And those are the 4 short divisions.
4 shorts.
And the final, is that a 4 short or a 4 long?
I think it's the 4 long.
Okay. That's awesome. Are we sure
There's
it's
a lot
are we
more
sure it's a 4
qualifiers.
long?
I'm pretty sure. I have to look, but I
Okay.
think it's the 4 long.
Okay. And so Philip's in the lead.
Phillips in the lead with 75 points. I believe Jenny Schulstrom's in second. And then third might be Sarah Kosemplik.
That's awesome. So the other thing, sort of piggybacking on that I've been thinking
Briggs
about
is in ninth,
a lot, and he's right there within striking distance.
25 points.
Boom. Just win a couple, you got it. So the next thing I was thinking about is, as a sport, I don't think we do a good enough job talking about the history of our sport.
No.
So we have a Hall of Fame. Yeah, hold on. I've got an idea here. So we have a Hall of Fame under the U.S. Eventing Association. We need to find a way to make that better. To make it, and not better, like the people in it are amazing, the horses in it are amazing, but to make it more interactive, more so that people can get to it more.
See that person right there?
Yes?
15 years old, been riding with us since she was 8.
Right? All right? No idea.
Cannot recite history. And we work
Yes,
with her all the time.
But that's not her fault. That's our fault.
No, we work with her all the time.
Okay, well, that's her fault. So I am proposing that Briggs, who is, I make fun of being an old man, but is really good at like reading and knowing the history of the sport, we need to get you to either produce or do a segment for the John and Rick Show about the history of the sport. We try to have the people come in to do it, but I think if we could have a little bit of like, okay, this is who we're going to learn about today. Like, for example, we had, and this is shocking to me, we had the training 3-day,
Yep.
right, which Jen did, the educational
Nobody
3-day
knew
thing.
Dorothy?
They knew Dorothy because Dorothy's in charge, and so
Right.
they sort of know who Dorothy is. But Karen came to do
Karen
the
O'Connor.
jog. Karen O'Connor came to do the jog, and there were people there who were like, well, yeah, we kind of know who Karen is. And I'm thinking, you have got to be joking. And again, that's on them, because if you're in the sport, you should know that. But we need to do a better job, I think, on our show, in the association, in the federation, about promoting that. Like, the NFL has a Hall of Fame, and they make a big production out of it every year.
Well, I think I agree totally with you. I mean, he has his library now that's been rearranged, so it's even better.
We could do it in your library.
VCR. He has VCR that he plays. This morning at 5 a.m. was badminton's on. 19.
I've got it. I've got it. What we're going to do, you're going to sit in your library with a pipe
Well, he's got that too.
and a glass of whiskey.
He's got that
it's
too.
It's going to be like old-timey. This is going to
That'll
be
be
history of eventing with Briggs. And you can have a tweed coat, yes, and a pipe.
He's got that. He's got all that.
And you'll tell us stories.
He
Done.
can do it.
All right, Briggs is in.
He's
I
got
like
good
it.
stories to tell, because we're going to show you. We're winding down for our intro, and Ben Taylor's coming on.
Yes.
Show you the bounces into water back
Right.
early on, and Briggs corrected me today when we were talking about logs and how we're going to try to make those safe for you.
Yeah.
And what your thoughts are on that and how we talked about it. He goes, there was never logs bounces into water back then.
Really?
Never.
They were always rails.
Or gates. Rails or gates.
Interesting.
And I was like, really? He goes, never. Why are they bouncing
So
logs?
we can have your VCR with all your old-timey VCR tapes in there, and we can talk to you and then pan to the television set, which can be one of those old square tube sets.
It's not old, but it's
It
kinda.
needs to be. And this is brilliant. All right, that's happening.
Okay, Joel, we can do it.
The little rewind noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
And then we can occasionally play music out of a cassette tape.
Yeah.
It'll be so
But
good.
in all seriousness, as we wind down, safety of our sport is very paramount.
Yeah.
What I am seeing, though, is a lot of blame on too difficult of cross-country courses. And to me, that's not what's going on. I think the preparation for people at the levels are lacking.
Yeah, I think you're going to think I'm being politically correct.
Yeah,
and
you are.
I'm not. Mm-hmm. I think it's all of that. I think sometimes the design isn't great. I think sometimes mistakes happen that way. I do think a huge part of it is rider preparation and being realistic about your abilities and your horse's abilities. Lucinda will have a stroke, but I think it's the ability to be able to see a stride out of a gallop and ride up to a fence positively and know where you are. I think it's all of that stuff.
I don't think she'll have a stroke on seeing a stride. I think she has a stroke over counting a stride.
Yeah.
She wants you to see.
Whenever I try to argue with her, we always end up agreeing, which is super frustrating.
Yeah, see, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
But everybody out there, I just want to say, when you go and post stuff about our sport and start intersecting it on social media, all you're doing is adding to the people out there that really want our sport to stop. So the better thing to do is to get involved with our associations, get involved in rider committees, start making some conversation.
I agree. I do think there is a place for discussion in a public forum. You just have to be careful how you do it.
Yeah, it's always detrimental. And those that are making these points, be sure that you're like an example of maybe a rider that's making it around at the level that you're doing, before you make a post that doesn't make any sense because you don't get around it at the level.
I don't know. I don't know that I totally agree with you, because people are critical of sports that they can't do all the time. I'm super critical of football and baseball, but I think it is to the point.
Then they
fans should have something to say about it. They can have something to say about it. You just can't be self-destructive about it.
I don't agree with you, but it's okay.
All right, we'll have a sumo fight later.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get Ben in here.
All right. We are going to be right back with Ben Taylor after we check in with some of our sponsors here at the Jump for Joy studio.
Equibrew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
Equibrew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order Equibrew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
Jump for Joy fences are easy to move, lightweight, durable, and low maintenance. So we're out here on the cross country. We just finished over in the show jumping over the Jump for Joy fences. Had a great time schooling over them. They're really nice and easy to move, so we were able to adjust some things and really have the exact school that we needed thanks to the Jump for Joy fences. I love them.
Order yours at jumpforjoyusa.com.
Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454.
Hi, my name's Leslie Law, and we are a proud supporter of Jump for Joy. We've been using their portable cross-country jumps now for about 10 to 15 years. We love these jumps because, as you can see, they're very easy to move. It would only take another person on the other side and I could place this fence wherever I wanted to very easily.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are here in the Jump for Joy studio. We have Ben Taylor in the house. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And we are in the Equibrew segment. Equibrew is an awesome excuse me, I can't speak. Equibrew is an awesome live probiotic. I use it on all of my horses. We are going to sell it to you, Ben. You're going to love this stuff. So it's really great. It helps the horses digest better. It helps them with their coat. I found with my horses, it makes them a little less cranky. And the biggest thing actually is that it makes them want to eat.
Yeah,
is super.
mine's a picky eater too, so that would be helpful.
It's like, I think of it as like horsey kombucha.
Maybe you should sponsor my top horse with it.
You think maybe?
Yeah, Biggie would appreciate it.
So that's the one you just got. Let's talk about Biggie, and we'll see if I want to sponsor you.
Biggie, you might have seen him. He's done a few Saturday night classes at WEC, which is around 150 level height, and he's probably better than me, to be honest. He needs a better jockey. But
So we'll sponsor the horse.
the horse, not the rider. No.
Right.
So before we go further, let's introduce Ben Taylor properly. Ben, you are from an eventing family, pretty big.
And
Tell us who your mother is.
Ann Taylor, the infamous Ann Taylor.
Does she like to go Ann Hardaway Taylor?
I don't know about that now. I still call it Ann Taylor.
I would think you'd call her mom.
Mom, I do call her Mom, yeah, unless we're in an argument or something, which we don't do that often, but because she's very,
then Dad?
very easygoing. Dad is we call Dad Big Nige.
Nigel Taylor.
Yeah, Big Nige.
And
yeah.
what is the farm in England or the yard?
Astonley Wolves, which
Yeah,
we
that's
run.
pretty famous.
We run big show, a lot of shows, around 30 days a year of affiliated, and then we've recently done more FEI events, up to 4-star, which have been pretty successful. And we have an FEI event every year
I
now.
think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
So that's on your father's side. Then your mother's side, you have an aunt also, but they're from
Midland, Georgia, yeah, which is big. We have it's a big hunting family. So my grandfather, who I'm named after,
Ben Hardaway.
Benjamin Hardaway, yeah, so that's my middle name. And he was a big hunting man and a real character. He was a legend. I was lucky enough to meet him until he passed away when I was 18 or so. So I knew him pretty good.
You did know him good.
Yeah. And he would tell great stories about his war days and the hunting, and he traveled all over the world. And
So I don't know if you realize this, but I sold him one of his. He got it from me. His last hunt horse.
I didn't know that. No.
Smuggler.
That's a good name.
But he
Was
hunted,
that the one he fell off on and hurt his head or not?
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That probably wasn't you. That was he was old. I think he stopped riding when he was probably 85
Yes,
or so.
he was
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I remember me and my brother, who's not here unfortunately.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, okay,
Neil,
hold on. Neil,
let's
what
stop
is
for a
the
second.
story?
So Neil Taylor, wherever you are, I have text messages saying you would not forget, and look what happened.
I had it all planned out. I was going to have those "Hello, my name is" stickers and put Ben on
Yeah,
you,
so you could tell the
so I would
difference,
make
yeah.
sure we all got it straight.
Actually, I can tell that.
Well, I know,
we
but it'd be
can tell the
funny. It
difference.
was because it was going to be funny.
It is funny.
Yes.
Anyway, he didn't make it, but
Yeah.
back to grandfather.
We're gonna switch
Yeah, back to that. Yeah, he picked up truck hunting, and I went with him a few times, and he was hard on those trucks. He would get bored of that and then end up getting them stuck somewhere. So
That's pretty cool, though. So it's a family affair. Your
very
sister,
horsey.
Your sister's Grace. Grace was just over here at Maryland. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she had something in cross country, but a whole family that rides and competes and does stuff.
Mum did Seoul '88
on
Olympics
Tarzan.
on Tarzan. Dad did Commonwealth Games on the Flying Frenchman, which actually came from my grandfather.
Really?
Yeah, as he hunted it as a young horse.
So it came from the States?
He hunted it as a young horse with the
Wow.
Midland Foxhounds, and it was crazy. And he said, I think it would be a good event horse. And then it went over to England, and Mum was riding it, doing really good on it, maybe better than Dad, who knows. But and then Dad needed a horse for the Commonwealth Games, so I don't know if he did it on purpose or not, but Anne was pregnant, so then
With Grace?
with me and Neil.
Oh, with you and Ben.
Yeah. So
I mean, you and Neil.
so he jokes that he did that as a tactic to get the horse, but
I mean, it's a
and
good tactic.
Mum still says she's pissed off about losing the horse, so
Well, now
But she
she's-
got you.
that lasts longer, you know.
Right.
That's okay. I called her today, trying to find Neil, where Neil is, and she goes, I don't know where Neil is.
Anyway,
Ben would know better than I would. I said, he says he's in Georgia. And she says, well, he wasn't in Georgia yesterday because I just came back, so I can't. Neil must have gone this morning.
So what I want to know is if you were a guy who's evented to the top level and been around a while, but had never hunted in your life, could you go up there and hunt?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can send you both up there and go and have a good time.
That'd be fun.
All three of us.
Yeah, or we could all go. We'll do a trip. Anne would love that too.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah,
That'd be fun.
Yeah, let's go.
we could organise horses and give you both some feral ones because you can ride.
That's the problem. Okay.
Yeah. You always go. Whenever you go with someone, you don't say you can ride.
I want to
you
say.
always get the feral one. You know.
Let me start again.
Briggs
If you
will
were
take
an
the feral
amateur
one,
and not very capable of riding,
You can still do that. Yes.
could I come up there and hunt?
Yes. Anyone
Okay.
could go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that, definitely. So let's go back to you're doing the meter 50 because you evented for a while, right?
I did, yeah. I kind of went up to the 3-star level. I was lucky. I had actually I had a show jumper that it didn't like jumping water trays,
Yeah.
but it would gallop around cross country and jump into water.
Right.
I think the forwardness of it got him going. He was an awesome horse, Bolero. I wish I had him now actually because I could probably be doing some decent Grand Prix on him. But I was lucky to have him. We did probably. I wasn't that great of a rider. No, not that I am now, but I was a lot better now than I
You're
was.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell terrible stories about you soon, but you're very good.
Well, I appreciate it. But I was galloping around intermediate table, which in England's decent. It's 130 wooden tables and not really seeing the great distance. And he didn't care. He would go around and jump all that. I nearly did an advance, which he might have carded me around that. Who knows? But then when I was bringing event horses over and kind of training with Karen O'Connor, and I'd sell them before I went back. And then COVID hit, and there was no eventing shows completely shut down. You remember?
Yeah.
And I was kind of stuck to do something, and I went up to Kentucky with a friend to meet a friend, and then he's big in the jumpers, and he kind of got me a jumping gig with Missy Clark and North Run, which is a big equitation jumper barn, and they travel all over the world doing that. And there's about 60 or so horses in that barn. So I rode there for a year, and then I came back to Ocala.
And so that's when the switch.
The switch, yeah.
Switch
That's
over,
why I
okay.
switched, and I probably won't go back. No, I'll leave it to Grace. She's much better at it.
Yeah. Well, you are getting. I mean, you tell us about the horse you just got because you just got him.
I had him.
This is the one, so now you got to sell us on the sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Biggie. I probably had him coming on to the year. I got him through. I owned half him for a while, and then I managed to sell another horse to buy the rest of him. And he's been an awesome horse for me. He's kind of taken me up from jumping 130 okay to jumping 150 okay. And he's a great horse. He's got all the scope, and he's just.
So the Equibrew will make him jump.
He's very hard. He's a lot of blood. Like he would jump around a 5-star event track. Like he always goes. He's got a lot of heart, but he's a little hard. Not a great eater. But so yeah, I'd love to try some with him. Yeah.
No, I think I would take a Ben Taylor on as a sponsored rider.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That was an easy sell.
Yeah.
I had to talk to him for days before I got on board.
You got
Yeah.
No, I mean, come on. Ben deserves it. You've been trying hard. I actually watched your last meter 50 Grand Prix, which was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was.
And you made it. Was it you that made the mistake, or was it the horse that made? I mean, there was
the last one I did he was really good. I got a little deep to skinny, which we had down, but he was super.
So when do you go jump again?
Probably there's some shows at Hits, which will be an easy, like a kind of a step down.
Meter 45.
Just to get schooling and stuff, and then back at WEC. There's a lot of FEI at WEC, so we'll try and do the 2 and 3 stars and see how they go.
So are you basically done for this year till January, or what are you thinking?
The I think Hits has some shows in December. So I work for Aaron Vale and Think Like a Horse and Mallory, and they're great. They help me no end with my riding.
That's important to say. I mean, Aaron's been on the show.
Him and his wife have been great. I love that. I love working there, and he helps me a lot with my horses, which is good.
How many do you have going?
I ride a few of his younger ones, and I got a few with my brother. So we probably have. I mean, sometimes I ride 10 or 12 there, but at home we have with Biggie. I probably have 5.
Oh wow! Is home at your mom's farm?
Mum's farm, yeah.
So She has a farm not too far from here.
Yeah.
It's kind of came out pretty cool.
Yeah, it works. It works. We've got our own made ring and lots of turnout, so
That is good.
It works.
So today we had Hippo.
Hippo, yeah, I know Hippo well.
Richard from Forestier here, and we did a whole commercial. We did a whole segment for Forestier, which is going to be on one of our upcoming shows. And what he said that I should make sure that I asked you about was you guys went to Mill Street, your first Mill Street, and he told me to ask you. I'm excited to hear this story.
Yeah, Mill Street.
He told me to ask you about your Mill Street. He said that it was a very good story, and you'd be thrilled to tell me about it.
He doesn't look like it.
Mill
I
Street
know.
was a hoot. Yeah. We had.
You can say no. I'm not going to talk about it.
I'll tell some bits of it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
There was. So Dan actually came. We got sent. Me, Neil, and we had 2 horses each or so, and I was really green eventing Luckily, I had Bolero and another horse called Tank, and he did the 6-year-olds.
So how old were you at this point?
17,
Right,
18.
okay. Right, so anything that went wrong, your age.
I was a larger kid. I didn't really ride as a kid.
Yeah, y'all started riding later in life.
Yeah, I was 16 really, properly. I mean, I knew how to ride and would go hunting event every once in a while, but actually riding and doing it seriously, probably 17, 18, yeah.
Right.
But we got shipped to Mill Street, and I remember we told one of the grooms that was our friends. He said, "No, you can't come." Anyway, we're going through the passport control to get on the ferry, and he pops down with his passport from the sleeper upstairs. Here you go. I'm like, what? Where are you going to sleep the whole week? Anyway, so then it was a bit cramped, and we were all
I mean, at least you showed up for the passport control. Didn't try to sneak in. That's good.
Yeah. So, but that was an interesting show. Mill Street's great. I don't know, have you been?
No.
It's beautiful. I made it round on both of mine, I think. I did, yeah. Neil fell off on one of his, Billy. He had a Billy horse.
Right.
Oh, the famous Billy horses.
Yeah. Dad also fell off it once too, so that's how he ended up. But Billy was a good horse too.
That doesn't sound like too much of a Mill Street.
He's not telling the whole story.
No,
I'm not. That's fine.
Hippo, I'll tell a story about Hippo.
Yeah, tell us the story about Hippo, please.
Hippo, I know Hippo because he was, when we were 16, or he was probably at my farm in England for 5 or so years.
Yeah.
Riding.
Yeah, because he heard you were coming. He's like, oh, I can't believe he's coming tonight. That's great.
For Jody Amos. And
for what it's worth, before you tell the story, do know that he said, I love those boys. They are awesome. They're like brothers to me.
But
he's not going to clean it up. All right, go.
Hippo once, somehow I had to drag his car out the ditch one night, leaving in the pub, I think. But I think it was ice. He hit ice on the road.
He hit ice on the road, yes.
In the summer. No, but
right.
It was, Hippo, we had a good time with Hippo when he lived with us.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
So he was a good rider too before he started selling saddles.
Right.
He was awesome, yeah. I was probably before Clip My Horse, but if it was Clip My Horse, you could look him up, and he was really good he did some 4 stars and stuff. And
yep. Yeah, no, I've heard he was a very good rider.
I don't like riding the saddles, but he keeps it, yeah. You do too.
Yeah, I ride them. They're good. They're great saddles.
They're good. They throw good parties all the time. So
they are amazing saddles, and Forestier throws great parties.
Yeah,
they didn't use the smoke machine at Maryland.
No, well, Hippo won't allow it. He says that he has to be an adult, and no smoke machines at Maryland. So they Matthew would like the smoke machine.
Because I came to their thing. I was like, heard there's a party with smoke machine.
Yeah.
And they went, no smoke machines.
Yeah. Matthew would like the smoke machine. Hippo is the adult in the family and says, we're not going to bust out the smoke machine, which is probably wise.
So back to Ben. So Biggie, tell us what is his breeding and
he's
what
Muscandro PS, which is Shockamore breeding, and I recently went over there actually last week with Aaron, which was amazing.
What did you get? Did you get something?
Did Aaron
get something?
Aaron was looking at horses. Yeah, I went as a bodyguard.
Right. Okay. I can see that. You're a big guy.
But it was amazing. It was cold. I actually got a Shockamore jacket. Paul gave me one. I was there in the ring, like shaking, filming. But it was good to go watch, and the amount of horses we saw that were jumping 150, 160 was amazing. And all the riders there, they're all to the textbook. You don't see any slouching over. They're all very proper.
Right.
Yeah. They do good flat work even for jump riders. So.
So do you think, based on your trip over there, that U.S. riders need to come up a little bit in their
I
notch
mean,
of riding?
there's plenty of good US riders, and there's probably plenty of bad German riders too. But the level there was, I mean, it's the top barn in the world.
So at that barn, you saw like the top level riders.
Yeah, they were all from over
Did
the
Aaron
world.
find
Japan.
anything?
There's people from Japan there, and Aaron did. Yeah, looked at a few good ones.
Good.
Yeah, it was a good trip, and I like going over there. The culture's different. It was actually snowing when we were there. So
I heard that it snowed in England and
a lot,
Paris as well.
Yeah,
It practically snowed in Ocala. It's been so cold.
It's been nice. You put a jacket.
It practically snowed in Ocala 2 days ago. It was terrible.
I don't think that's
It was terrible. Let's take a break.
Let's do it. But before we go, Equibrew is www.brickfieldnutrition.com to order it. And you go in, order it, $55 a bottle, shipping, and then you get it and your horses will react really well.
They love it. It's good stuff. So thank you to Equibrew. And Ben, if you'll hang out a minute.
I'll hang out. I appreciate it. I'll be using it on Biggie.
All right.
We'll give you directions and let you use it on Biggie.
Sounds good. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Hey, it's John here. I just want to let you guys know I got back from schooling at Magnolia Sands Farm here in Ocala, Florida. Your cross-country field is perfectly suited for a first outing on a young horse or schooling your upper-level horse. Magnolia Sands offers over 110 jumps ranging from starter to intermediate, plus multiple banks, ditches, and waters. They're constantly updating their courses and have even added new ditches and a starter ditch wall. Conveniently located in Northeast Ocala, Magnolia Sands has made it easy for riders and trainers with online waivers, Venmo, and PayPal, and even offer a golf cart for guests. MagnoliaSandsFarm.com. Reset, reboot, rebuild, restore. Experience the transformative power of our formulas you can trust. Elevate your horse's well-being from the inside out with Parkmore supplements. European designed, American manufactured, and Kentucky Proud certified. Parkmore's Devil's Own Detox, Nature's Own Binding Agent, cleansing your horse's system. Now available for your canine kids too. Say goodbye to unwanted elements and hello to vitality. Parkmore Special Vitamin Mineral Supplement, a micronutrient powerhouse. No fillers, just 4 ounces a day for a 5-star eventer to thrive. Because excellence deserves exceptional nutrition. Parkmore GLF Immuno Booster. Unleash the magic gold, the #1 building block for cell replication. Elevate wellness and recovery for your horses and dogs, whether after training, travel, competition, or during periods of injury, illness, or surgery. Parkmore HI Oil Infusion. Customize your blends of herbs and spices to naturally combat inflammation, bacteria, and restore gut flora. Elevate your horses and dogs' appetite naturally. Expert guidance awaits. For more information, schedule an online, telephone, or on-site consultation with Fleur or one of our dedicated team members. Visit parkmoresupplements.com or call, text at 502-265-8345 to elevate your companion's well-being today. Since 1950, Maison Forestier has been offering its know-how to design custom-made saddles for passionate riders. In 2016, Maison Forestier took a turn and expanded into the sports world with the goal of improving the performance of the rider-horse pair. You will find a professional, reactive, and fun team to answer your needs. And this is why I have chosen Forestier for all of my saddlery needs. Feel free to contact the saddle expert in your area for more information by visiting www.forestier.com.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We're in the Jump for Joy studio, still with Ben Taylor. Neil still has not shown up, but
he could be here at any minute.
Any minute, running in the door. Ben,
I sense it is coming.
Yeah, you get that twin telepathy.
Twin telepathy. So tell us, I did see you show me a new horse that you just got.
I did, yeah.
So tell us about that one.
He just flew over. He's called Elvis.
Yes, Elvis, that's right.
And it was a funny story. I actually brought him kind of a shot in the dark. Aaron was showing, before that I was shopping for horses in Slovakia.
Oh.
And we went to Slovakia, Hungary, Czech. in a few days, which was pretty cool to go see. And then I went to Dublin to watch Aaron compete in the 5-star, that was awesome. That was awesome too, and he was third in the 5-star on his good horse Charismo.
That's awesome.
Which he is recently is campaigning, and it's an amazing horse.
That's the one he got right before the Olympics. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it was close to going there,
Yeah.
but next time.
Yep. There's always next time.
Yeah, every 4
And
years.
Elvis. So Elvis is in the building.
I was in Dublin, and a friend that Neil actually brought a horse from came up to me and said, "Oh, I've got this horse. It's a little bit different and a little quirky, but it's scopy and it might suit you." And I watched a video of it, and I just kind of just made him an offer, and he said, "Okay, let's do it." So I brought it from a video in the bar. And he's a little weird, but he's awesome. I recently showed him at a local show here, and he was double clean.
They're local champions?
Yeah, which they've moved to Starting Point, and it's a really good show. They run it great.
They got nice rings over there.
Really good rings, yeah.
Yeah, they do a
good
great
courses, and it was horse friendly, especially for one that's first got here, you know. So he did his first outing yesterday, and he was double clear, and I was amazed how good he was. So that's exciting. I think he'll be.
Sorry, I missed the class. It was a meter 20. What did you do?
Just a meter 10. He's never shown before.
Fine.
So.
Not just meter 10. Good.
But he was super, and I think he'll be one that will do Grand Prix in
Awesome.
4 or 5 months too. So.
And so that's a good one to follow up with Biggie, right?
Exactly, because it helps, as you know, when you're trying to jump big jumps, it helps to have a running mate.
Right.
So then
the
you
more
kind of
jumps you can jump, the better you're going to be.
tuned in a little bit. And he was a stallion for a while, but he was a little quirky, so they cut him. So that's why he's had a bit of a late start.
Right. Getting it out there with what he needs to do.
But he's getting there. Aaron does a lot of groundwork with all his horses, and I've done that with him with the flag, and it's really calmed him down and got him to trust me.
That's going to even help more.
Elvis can go on it too.
So do you, you're full in working for Aaron?
Full time.
Horses are there and everything?
Yeah, Biggie goes on vacation there sometimes, yeah.
Right, okay.
When I'm really busy, I ship him over there because I try and take my time with him a little bit.
That's a cool farm he's got. Jen and I lived on that farm before it was Aaron's.
Oh, no way, yeah.
The front barn, we rented the front barn. That's where I broke my leg massively, right outside of that house right by Aaron's barn. And yeah.
Where's Aaron? Didn't he sell the farm on 3?
No, he just sold the front half.
Okay, so 316 still
same number of horses.
Okay.
Just kind of.
That's why you go by our farm all the time.
Yeah, when we go to Sweet Dixie and stuff, and I always hold the horn when I go to buy.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's still got the same number of horses, just a little.
That's a huge piece of property, though.
Yeah, I think it was 60 or 70 acres.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So is Mom still? Mom rides.
Mom's riding.
Is she doing the jumpers?
She'll do the jumpers. She had a fall and hurt herself, but she's back on a pony. But she's back in action. She's actually started riding some cow horses too.
Some what?
Cow horses.
She's reining?
You're reining, yeah.
Reining or
is she
cutting?
Or
cutting.
sorting?
Cutting, yeah.
Cutting.
Okay.
Couldn't.
There's
cool.
a difference.
Yeah,
where is she doing that?
Dana at the Waters give her a horse.
You need to embrace your inner Georgia a little bit more.
Can you do a southern accent?
No, I'm not doing that, no.
Come on.
Come on, y'all.
There you go.
I'm doing a good angry one, but I'm not doing that.
Well, Paige, your Aunt Paige.
Paige,
Paige has got a...
Auntie P's got a very southern accent.
Yes.
And Mum lived in England for probably, 25 years and didn't lose her accent one bit.
No.
So. She still has it.
Yeah.
And she just had a birthday.
My mother? Yeah, she did, yeah.
Last month. We all came.
It was a big party.
It was fun.
Big party.
So is she riding still Tarzan? She has another Tarzan.
She has a new Tarzan, which she brought as a 3-year-old and kind of broken in herself. And he's done some equitation. He went to the finals too.
The equitation finals?
Yeah.
With who?
Chelsea Stomford.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. How'd they do?
They were good. I mean, there's 180 horses in it.
Sure.
So
excuse me.
They had nice rounds.
Do you know how long I've known your mother?
I know forever, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to watch her in Tarzan. What did you just say?
The Stone Age, yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me actually that you had a film.
She would come to Wooden Horse Stables in Noonan with Tarzan.
Yeah. And
I would watch her. Ann Tyser's a dressage person, and Rock Avansky would come, and she would come and take lessons and stuff. I mean, I watched her ride Tarzan before Seoul. It was pretty cool.
I think you told me once you had a video of her doing some
I do.
sort of, yeah.
I do.
Back in...
Where's that rocking horse?
Was it before
With Tarzan?
Maybe that could be one of our first
Was it before I was born?
eventing
The
histories
video?
with
Yeah.
Briggs segments.
They had cameras back then.
Yeah. You hear this guy? They did. They did back in the day.
Back in the day.
Now he's trying to just not look at me anymore.
Right,
I'll
no eye
start John
contact.
anyway.
Yeah, start talking to me,
Yeah,
man.
John. Yeah.
No, but she's been, I mean, I've known her for a very long time, and then I kind of would see y'all as boys just in some of the postings and stuff, and so it's cool to get to really know you. I think we've gotten to know each other over the last 4 or 5 years.
We have, yeah. We'd run the same circles.
Yeah, same circles. And then getting to know Grace. So we got to meet Grace. She was on her show.
Yep.
And then meeting her in Maryland. It's pretty cool. You can all tell you're a family.
I think she'll start coming over here a bit more often too, which would be good.
Yeah, because she represents the U.S.
Yeah.
Yep.
And winter in England's not. There's no eventing in England during the winter. It's too wet and muddy.
Yep. So that would only make sense that she could here.
If she could get it set to come in here in the winter and spend some time, it'd be good.
Yep.
I think, yeah. Well, that's why we run an all-weather eventing shows, which go up to, we call it novice, but it's
Ashton Walls.
Aston Walls, yeah. They do dressage.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because your place, we've been there, has a big cupboard.
We have we have enough all-weather track to run cross-country courses on. So, but it's not enough to go above. We call it novice, which is your
prelim,
American prelim, which is big enough to do all-weather on.
Sure.
And there's plenty of people that do it. So that keeps the farm ticking over during the winter, because you couldn't run on the grass.
Because we went there in December of 2022, and everywhere is frozen in that area, and that the only place we could go is there in the cupboard.
In the indoor, yeah.
Yep, that was the only place we could find, and we actually, Elisa bought a horse from Eva
Clark.
Yeah, from Ireland.
Yeah.
So we did it at your place.
It's not because it's a complicated name. Rick can't actually pronounce anybody's names. It's a thing.
It's Aoife.
I think you do it on purpose. It's like your shtick.
Okay, yawn.
See? Yeah, this is what he does.
There you go. You don't think that's funny, do you?
I don't get it, no.
You didn't even know what he's talking about.
What? Okay, so what I want to know, just transitioning a little bit, is so your sister competes for America. So do you compete for England or America?
I'm still on the English flag, yeah.
Okay, and so then you've got these horses, you're jumping meter 50s. What's your goal? What do you want to do?
I try and just keep going up the levels with good horses and producing them, and I sell a bit, and now I've got into helping other people ride a bit.
Cool.
And training, which is also good because it's hard just to make a living from selling horses, you know.
Right.
And I think it also helps you a little bit when you see other trainers doing certain things that you can do yourself and help and pass it on.
So you're set up like you've got your own shingle is out set.
We do I ride and help other kids and other riders too. And
cool.
They're not really kids; they're kind of my age or a bit younger, but
you're way more experienced and smarter.
I wouldn't say smarter, but
more experienced.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, all right, perfect. That's good. Good for you. No, I'm glad.
It's my
That's
job,
awesome.
It's their hobby, so.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great because I know you guys sort of came over here and you were eventing a bit and sort of trying to figure out what you wanted to do. And I
really enjoy the jumpers, and it's and trying to get better at it the whole time is a big. When you do improve, it's a lot of satisfaction in that. So.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and seriously, I want to know when you're jumping next.
I'll be most Saturday nights at WEC.
I'll be there. We'll start the wave.
Yeah,
That'll be super helpful for you, I'm sure. Not distracting at all while you're in there and the whole crowd is doing the wave.
He doesn't notice. He just does his job.
I'll try and look at the jumps.
Right.
Trying to see a distance. Sometimes I can't anyway.
That's not always a thing, I guess.
It's like when you come through the triple or the combination, everyone starts clapping already. I'm like, it's not
over yet.
We're not done.
We've got a long way to go. Yeah.
Right. Just because we made it through the triple doesn't mean it's over. That's why they get excited, though.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing with your sport, just being jumpers, people understand it more because you get to see it. It's right there. It's kind of fast for the results when you do eventing. It's
convenient for viewers. Yeah,
it's a little bit more difficult to understand. So it's really easy to understand. Oh, he just had a rail. He's not going to win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And the fastest time in the jump off, I think Phil and Jeanette came and watched, and so they were able to. They actually you were riding that night.
Oh yeah, so WEC it's $75,000 or $100,000 Grand Prix. They do. If you have a rail, they do fastest
5,000. Yeah.
Yeah, fastest 4-faulter, which kind of keeps it interesting. So people, when they have a rail, sometimes.
Did you win it?
No, I actually won the luck of the draw.
Oh,
what's that?
What's that?
So they give 5,000 to a rider that hasn't been placed in the.
Oh.
So last time I did it, I didn't win any prize money riding. I just was
random luck.
Participation, yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that's my favorite way to win money.
So that paid for my entries that week and my flight to Europe. So that was good.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Can always count on luck of the draw.
Yeah. You got an extra carrot.
Are you still eligible for that?
No, I've won it once, so I'm done.
Once you're done, you're out.
Now you got to do the fastest 4-faulter.
Yeah, or just try and win some prize money. Yeah.
But that is good. They do that with the fastest 4-faulter because it does
keeps it interesting.
Yeah, you keep riding. You don't give up after one pole.
Yeah, WEC's they're running great shows, and the footings there is good, and it's probably one of the nicest shows in America now.
Right.
Yeah. In the world.
In the world. Yeah, they'll probably be. You wouldn't be surprised.
It's like Aston LaWalls and then WEC.
Yeah, in England there's no WEC in England, but
no, there's no.
Yeah,
I've heard the closest thing is Aachen.
Yes, Aachen. I went to Brussels as well in Belgium. That was incredible.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's just something about WEC that people, if you haven't seen WEC, World Equestrian Center, not Ohio, but Ocala, it's just the way they've done it is pretty incredible.
I just always expect Caesar to walk out of that hotel and just give
you get a lot of movies.
You
get a lot of movie stars there too.
Yeah, you had Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, we just had Marky Mark was
there.
John lives here though.
Yeah, I saw him in the pony once. I didn't know who he was.
You saw him where?
I've seen him in the pony before.
I peed next to John Travolta one time.
Oh,
how was it?
How was that?
It was nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the open stalls?
It was at the gym. It was at the gym, and I'm like, I think I'm done. Yeah, and that's, I mean, basically.
Did you say hello?
Did you turn the faucet on the tap behind you?
I had to, yeah. It was the only way to keep going. Yeah,
Did
but basically, I'm a celebrity now because of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have not done that.
No, not everybody has. It's kind of a rare thing.
Sat next to him, but no, I didn't pee.
You didn't pee next to him?
No, I didn't ask if he wanted to. Yeah.
No.
If he wanted to go either.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Oh, next time you see him, you can ask me. Remembered?
Yeah, I will. But do you remember that time when we had the moment at the urinal?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, probably not.
We'll keep it PG on the show anyway.
Yeah.
Good old John.
That's right.
Yeah, but it is attracting back to WEC, attracting a lot of celebrities. And
just even when I flew out, there was in the airport. I saw when I landed in Amsterdam, there was people in boots that I saw from Gainesville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, like I saw probably 10 people in riding jobbers and stuff in Gainesville, and then I saw more people, the same people I saw them in Amsterdam. So.
It just shows you it has put us on the map.
Absolutely.
I mean, WEC is amazing, and we can't wait for the World Equestrian Center to open up the eventing center, which is the Jockey Club.
Yeah.
I hope that happens someday soon. As events start clicking off, they need to grab some of those dates and get in there.
And HITS is stepping up too. It's not as much of a public. People don't go there as much to hang out, but they're really up in their shows. And
are they?
Yeah.
I jumped there a bunch last winter, and they do a great job.
They even do more. They're doing more to it now.
When they just put all new Wordley Martin rings
in.
They
did, yeah.
And I heard he's trying to come up with the idea of an all-sport accumulation where they try to get the eventers, everybody coming in together and try to do something. I think that'd be cool.
That would be cool, and we can all hang out at the same place and show.
Exactly. That'd be fun. I like it. So the next big plan for 2025 is if you could do something in 2025.
It sounds so far away, doesn't it? But it's not.
It's not.
Like 4 weeks.
Yeah, I know, right?
If you could do a win at the Grand Prix, would that be a goal for 2025?
Yeah, I mean that's always a goal.
No, but it needs to be the goal.
The goal, yeah. I'm trying to move up the rankings with especially the big horse. So just solid, good confidence rounds, and then maybe go to the next level. And
sure.
I have to be ready. I have to be riding well enough as well as him going well enough and confident.
Well, you look fit, so
I have Been working out, yeah.
You're doing good.
As a tall guy.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
And I'm pretty broad, so I'd say I'm probably 20 pounds lighter than
you have been in the
than
past.
I have been riding, yeah.
Yeah,
Which I think helps when you're
we've noticed. You look great.
No,
so
I
keep
appreciate
it.
it. Stop it, I'll blush. But I think it helps jumping the bigger jumps and stuff.
No,
Even it's like cross country, like if you're...
Briggs ran right before we got here.
There you go, yeah.
He's very, like, I've got to keep my weight and everything down.
Eating and working out and...
Doing the right things.
Doing the right
Not too
things.
much drinking there, Ben.
No.
I heard about the Horse and Hound the other night, by the way.
I don't know what I was...
Were you at the urinal?
You and your brother were working the tables.
Oh, okay.
No, I was at the urinal with John Vogt.
No, okay, I was just curious.
No.
Okay.
Diane Grod told on you.
Oh, I was civil, anyway. Hi, Diane, how are you?
Hi, Diane. That's awesome.
No, but that is just keep plugging away and keeping my head down and trying to keep a little focused. The Think Like a Horse is quite good at keeping me on the track too. So
that's good.
That's Aaron's.
And you're good. So that helps.
Gotta keep trying.
Yeah. That's all you can do, right?
And what about your goals? And
John.
This is your
turn.
No, you're the guest. We've done that. You're the guest.
I don't know. Where you?
His goal is to go hunt.
I'm gonna go hunting soon.
There you go. Yeah.
So you've already put that into our what is that, escrow?
Right.
So you know what an escrow is?
I don't think that's what that means.
It's an account,
mutual account.
But for the universe, you have an escrow in which you put into that escrow what you want. And then you put all your thoughts into that escrow, and what happens is that comes to fruition. So Ben,
I'll start my
open
escrow.
your escrow.
Oh, I'll start my escrow, yeah.
I don't think that's what that means.
Yes, it does.
I think you're talking about a dream board.
No, it's not a dream board.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
No, but keep plugging away.
It's like, tell me more about yourself.
Yeah, we can talk about escrow, but...
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's been super having you on. We wish Neil would have been here, but it's fine.
No, you know what?
You can have
It's been much better just you.
Neil, you had his chance. You missed out.
You ain't got any Equibrew now, have you?
No
you
Equibrew.
could have had an Equibrew sponsorship. You could have been on the show. We could.
So the next time, he could have been on the show. When you go by the farm, you got to stop, and I'll give you a box of it.
We'll get them both on it. Both my new horses.
I'll give you a box, let you see how it works, and then we'll go on with your sponsorship. You got to win, though.
I'll do my best. I promise.
Good.
Just remember, go fast and take chances.
Leave the jumps up. Go.
Yeah, that too.
Jump high, jump high, gallop fast.
See a distance, Ben. See a distance.
I'll do my best for
commit.
For me and the horse and Equibrew.
Commit to the first thing you see every time. That's my advice.
No, don't listen to that.
It makes you faster.
It does.
Makes you faster.
No one's famous by pulling the reins.
Thank you.
That's a good T-shirt saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
We can start that too.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, Ben Taylor's fashion
I
designs.
actually stole that from someone else, but
whatever. It's
okay.
Most successful people have stolen ideas from other people.
I believe
Take it and let's run with it. We can have a whole T-shirt line for you. It'll be great.
Now we will have some gumbo.
Gumbo.
Sounds good.
Gumbo.
Thank you.
I rest my case.
I did on purpose.
I rest my case.
Because of what I said.
He cannot pronounce anything.
See what I got?
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for today's show. Ben, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. Neil, you missed out. And we will be back in 2 weeks' time. We're actually going to see if we can get something from the U.S. Eventing annual meeting.
Yep.
And if not, we'll have an awesome show from here. We'll see. So thanks for joining today. We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.